This is still the Citi Newsroom. My name is Enusafo. Let's do some more stories. Climate change presents a significant risk to humanity and all forms of life. The Meteorological Department in Ghana has issued warnings about the expected rise in temperatures this year. The circumstance has driven many individuals to abandon their fans and opt for air conditioning systems. Although these systems provide a comfortable indoor climate, many fail to realize their role in exacerbating climate change. In this report, Citi News' Fred Duho delves into the increasing consumer demand for air conditioning units.
The sun is too much, frankly speaking. I was having two hanky. One is here, one is wet, and I have to change the other one, which is very bad, and it's very disturbing. I don't know if it's part of the climate change that we normally see but I can't relate it.
The fan is working like it's not working. It's not working like it's something.
So if you have your chances, would you change the fan to an air conditioner?
Yeah, if we have chances, I can change it. Yeah, if I get chance, I can change the air condition. It's better.
The current temperature reads around 32 degrees Celsius, and many citizens are walking the streets of Accra under the scorching sun. But what does this really mean for them? Most of them are hoping to quench their thirst when they get a very chilled water, while others run quickly to the nearest shelter when they get tired under this particular weather.
So this is the expected temperature that we are anticipating for 2024.
The head of Central Analysis at the Ghana Meteorological Department, Felicity Ahianyo, is taking a cursory look at the data collected from the weather station. She is able to forecast what the entire country will feel like in the coming days, months, and, for that matter, the year 2024.
For the coast and part of the middle sector, we are expecting it to span from 32 all the way to 34 degrees Celsius, as I showed you from our other machine. For the part of the middle into the transition to savanna areas too, we are expecting it between that 34 all the way to 36 degrees Celsius over most areas, 38 to 40, yeah, around all these areas. Then if you move up to all these areas, those in Wa, those in Tamale, those in Bolgatanga, Narilugu, Tumu, we are expecting them to have a stream of 42 degrees Celsius. So this is for the afternoon. So between 11 to 3 p.m., these temperatures are anticipated to be recorded over most areas across the country.
The color code on the map depicts one thing only: hot weather. Felicity is equally feeling the brunt of the harsh temperatures.
You can see how I'm sweating because our air conditions are not working, and you see that we are in it. And look at how I'm sweating. So you can just imagine if I'm to be here throughout the day for 8 hours, for 12 hours.
Felicity relies on data collected by Richmond Obin, the principal meteorologist and head of the basic network.
We are standing by the Stevenson screen. In the Stevenson screen, we have thermometers that helps us know the temperatures for the day, how hot or cold the day has been.
Data on temperature is collected every 3 hours from the Stevenson screen.
As I open, you see the 4 thermometers that I mentioned. We have 2 standing upright and 2 of them lying. And you will say that this is the dry bulb and then this is the wet bulb. The wet bulb has some water attached to it. So, and the material here is called the muslin and wick. It uses the principle of capillarity. It draws water from the container here, and then it gets the ball wet. So this temperature and this are not the same. The dry bulb temperature is higher than the wet bulb temperature. On a day that they will read the same, it means that the atmosphere is saturated, or the water in this bottle is finished. Then it means that this one too will become a dry bulb. But on a good day, they should be reading differently. This one will read higher than the wet bulb, and the difference in them is what helps us to calculate the relative humidity for a particular hour. This is the maximum thermometer, and then this is the minimum. The maximum thermometer gives us the highest temperature for the day, and then the minimum helps us to measure the lowest temperature. The maximum is picked at 6 p.m. and then the minimum is picked at 6 a.m. So when we take our readings, so this is how we come. When we come in first, you just look at the dry bulb first, and then as we are talking now, it is about 11 a.m. here, and it's 32.8 degrees Celsius here. So I'll write my 32.8 degrees Celsius on my card.
It's 11:42 Greenwich Meridian time on a Wednesday morning, but the temperature is heating up. Many people would have to adopt coping mechanisms.
What is the measurement telling us?
The measurement tells us that gradually the temperatures are a bit on the higher side. Like if you compare what we are measuring now to probably the rainy season or some years past, you see that at 11 a.m. where we are thinking that at least now the sun is just going to warm up and then warm up into the day. We are expecting high temperatures around midday or after around 1 p.m. Currently we are recording almost 33 degrees Celsius as at now. So just imagine 11 o'clock giving you 33, then 1 p.m. will be a bit too hot. And so, temperature goes with clouds. Now, we have clouds as well. And so what happens is that the clouds form as blankets. So instead of the heat leaving the system, the heat is trapped by the clouds, and then so we still stay with the heat. The heat is not able to go out.
Taking into account how our city is structured, how urbanization is equally contributing to these factors, how people are cutting down trees. You go to almost every part of Accra, it's becoming like a concrete jungle. What is happening?
I think this question must be given to every Ghanaian to answer, especially those in the helm of affairs. Because when some of us who were growing up, you move to certain areas, you realize that they have demarcated the place in such a way that you can have some sort of free movement and things. And then when it comes to air circulation too, you could say that it's done in such a way that yes, the air will also have that free movement. But today, the story is different. That the very structure that was there before some of us were born 40 years back has been changed into something that even you are in a room during the cold season too, you don't even feel the cold. The whole place is congested. You go to the outskirts of Accra where you are supposed to be seeing vegetations, but then no. In the night you check on the Aquapim ranges, you will see there are a lot of lights are there because most of the vegetations are taken off, and those plots have been turned into residential or commercial things. But then we are not thinking about the other effects that we are causing on the environment.
According to Richmond, the duration of sunshine is increasingly worrying. The sunshine recorder at the station helps him to determine the duration but not the intensity of sunshine.
We call it a Campbell-Stokes sunshine recorder. It helps us measure the duration of the sun, not the intensity. So it tells us how long or how many hours of sunshine we had in a day, not will have. Okay. This is not for forecast. Okay. This helps us know what happened today, that we can tell what may happen tomorrow. But the instrument itself cannot forecast tomorrow for us. So if you look at the card I'm holding, if you look at this one, this is in February, and we had 9.3 hours of sunshine here, meaning that we had 9 hours of sunshine in this yard. That is between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. We had 9 hours of straight sunshine. So if you look at from here to here, there was no break. The only time you had a break was here. And even that was just a small part. So from here to here, we had 9 hours of sunshine. If you look at it, compared to this one was 9 hours again. And so for the month of February, we've had so many hours. The least I'm seeing is about 7 hours of sunshine. And so if you have excessive sunshine, then you are going to have your system being very hot. If you look at the first day of February, this one, that was 6.0. So when we're starting February, it was about 6.0. But today, we had 9 hours of sunshine just yesterday. This is just for yesterday. This was 7.7. That was when we had even some rains coming in yesterday.
After presenting the head of central analysis with data collected at every given minute or hour, according to her, human activities such as indiscriminate burning of waste, felling of trees, and haphazard building without proper planning account significantly for global warming.
We, the human beings, we are a contributing factor to the high temperatures that we are also looking at. When we measure, a lot of people are complaining, but when we take measurements, they're almost normal to what we have been seeing at our end, 33, 34 for Greater Accra. But you get in there, you realize that no, the fuel is much higher than the figures that we are putting out there, and that made us also to check our instruments if they are accurate, and everything is accurate. We compare with the automatic weather stations that we have, and they're almost the same. So now the question is then, what is really causing this? And one of the reasons is that if we have enough carbon dioxide also in the atmosphere, definitely temperatures will be on the increase.
Enduring the temperature during the day can be daunting. What about sleeping in the heat at night? I am driving to meet an air conditioning mechanic at Medina. He's received calls to fix a new air conditioner for a family living in a single room. Driving along the major stretches in Accra, high-rise buildings are taking over the city. Trees are destroyed to make way for construction. This situation has turned Accra into a concrete jungle. Dogbeda, the AC mechanic, is fixing an AC in a single room without windows.
And now a lot of people have been calling to fix AC. Previously, many people did not worry to fix the AC because when using fan, it's okay for them. But now it says the weather is very hot, so everybody wants AC in his room. Last month I fixed about 5 AC. Also, those who that their own is not working also call for maintenance, and even after doing the maintenance, the AC is working, nothing is happening to it, but they still complain that it's not brewing. So it seems like every day you need to be there to check how the AC is working for them.
It is a bright morning. It is 23rd February 2024. Dogbeda wakes up, gets his equipment, readies himself to fix ACs for other clients.
We are going to fix 3 air conditioning for a customer. This month the installation have been increased so far. This month I think this is the 15th installation. Yesterday I did 3, and today I'm going to do 3, and then last week too I fixed some for people, and then even removing 2 from places and then do servicing and then install also. So this month the installation of the air conditioning have been increased.
Engineer Francis Mensah Akpalu, Scientific Officer and Technical Supervisor at the Ghana Standards Authority, who approves air conditioners for the use of the public, has this to say about the air condition and its impact to the environment.
Air conditioners that consume more energy than what they are supposed to consume find their way into the market. They will put pressure on the national generation grid. Number 2, you do not know the type of refrigerant that they have used in filling their refrigerant or their compressors. And if these are uh, uh, hydrocarbons or toxic refrigerants, in terms of leakage, when they are released into the atmosphere, they create problem for the ozone layer and the users as well, because they are toxic. You inhale this into your system, and therefore it will have a lot of health hazards or health implications to the users.
Almost every building in Accra has an air conditioner installed. At this office block at the Ghana Meteorological Department, I can count about 25 air conditioners. Air conditioners also contribute indirectly to global warming by contributing to urban heat island effect. The continuous operations of air conditioners in urban areas releases waste heat into the environment, leading to higher temperatures in cities compared to rural areas.
In our quest to find comfort amidst these high temperatures, air conditioners become the obvious options for many who want to cool their room to have a sound sleep at night. But don't forget, these air conditioners equally emit carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, thereby causing global warming to worsen our very existence on planet Earth. My name is Fred Duho, reporting for Citi News.